Hey family, Eve here. So family, today the video that I'm about to create is a continuation of the last video I created called Who Changed the Fate of All Humanity? Those that rule the world. But before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So let's get started. Remember, I shared with you guys in another one of my videos titled The Devil Has Many Names and the Ruler of the World is One of Them. John 12:31 says, Now is the judgment of the world. Now the ruler of this world will be cast out. John 14:30 says, I will no longer talk much with you, for the ruler of this world is coming, and he has nothing in me. John 16:11 says, Of judgment, because the ruler of this world will be judged. John 8:44 says, Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speak a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So when Adam lost his dominion, as I read in John 8:44, it mentions the children of Satan, because throughout generations they were responsible for his works. Remember in my last video, I read to you from the Book of Mormon, 1 Nephi chapter 13, 1 through 12. I will continue with the verses 13 through 24, which tells you who changed the fate of all people because of greed, the want of wealth and power, the papacy, the Vatican, Rome, and the church. Jesus used the title ruler of the world to describe Satan's influence over the world system, or this beast system they created to rule. John 14:30 said it describes or signifies that Satan has no power over Jesus and that Satan's dominion is being destroyed. So, First Nephi, let's start with 12 again. And it says, And I looked and beheld a man among the Gentiles who was separated from the seed of my brethren from the many waters. And I beheld the Spirit of God that it came down and wrought upon him. And he went forth upon the many waters, even unto the seed of my brethren who were in the promised land. And it came to pass that I beheld many multitudes of Gentiles upon the land of promise. And I beheld the wrath of God that it was upon the seed of my brother, and they were scattered before the Gentiles and were smitten. And I beheld the Spirit of the Lord that it was upon the Gentiles, and they did prosper and obtain the land for their inheritance. And I beheld that they were white and exceedingly fair and beautiful, like unto my people before they were slain. 16 says, And it came to pass that I, Nephi, beheld the Gentiles who had gone forth out of captivity, and did humble themselves before the Lord, and the power of the Lord was with them. And I beheld that their mother Gentiles were gathered together upon the waters and upon the land also to battle against them. 18 says, And I beheld that the power of God was with them, and also that the wrath of God was upon all those that were gathered together against them in battle. 19 says, And I, Nephi, beheld the Gentiles that had gone out of captivity, were delivered by the power of God out of the hands of all other nations. 20 says, And it came to pass that I, Nephi, beheld that they did prosper in the land, and I beheld a book, and it was carried forth among them. And the angel said unto me, Knowest thou the meaning of the book? 22 says, And I said unto him, I know not. 23 says, And he said, Behold, it proceeded out of the mouth of a Jew, and I, Nephi, beheld it. And it said unto me, The book that thou beholdest is a record of the Jews, which containeth the covenant of the Lord, which he hath made unto the house of Israel. And it containeth many of the prophecies of the holy prophets. And it records like unto the engraving which are upon the plates of brass, save there are not so many. Nevertheless, they contain the covenants of the Lord, which he hath made unto the house of Israel, wherefore they are great worth unto the Gentiles. So, family, that book that he's talking about is the Bible. It was given to them to rule over us. They used it to rule over us. Yeah, and you see it say it came from the mouth of a Jew, meaning our people who were the ones here in America. That man was Christopher Columbus that was on that water that God put a spirit on to come here to rule over us. So family, with that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. See you on the next one.